Welcome to the Kick It with Katie podcast. It's a new season, and I'm super excited about new things to come and new interviews that I have coming out for you. I wanted to get on here today just to share a quick message from me because I know some of you guys have been asking when more episodes are going to be coming out, and I am working on it. I have some that are in the editing process, and I'm really excited about this, but I have been absolutely swamped, and I am going to be doing more of an in-depth episode regarding what happened to me as far as my coaching situation that happened this summer and what has been going on in my life as a soccer parent as well, because I know many of you listening can probably relate. It was absolutely insane this summer, and so I will be sharing that in a future episode. But we went to a lot of tournaments, we have some national championships to celebrate, and just a lot of stuff happened as far as, for me personally, coaching my teams and what happened there with that, and tryouts, and just a lot of crazy stuff. So I took some time off earlier in the summer just because I needed it for tryouts and state cup and the things that were happening, and then it kind of snowballed into a lot more than I was expecting, and I just haven't been able to get the momentum of it slowing down. And so it's finally getting to the point where I am able to manage most of it, and this is a side thing for me that I wanted to do, and I love it, and I'm excited to get back going on it, especially because I've got some collegiate athletes who I'm working with, trying to figure out between their busy schedules when to get them interviewed and on here. They want to share their stories and experiences, and it's been a lot, and it's been absolutely crazy. But I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know more episodes will be dropping soon. I am super excited about that, and it's been absolutely crazy. But I'm also going to be starting with this new season. I'm kind of calling this an unofficial fall season, since for me personally, I am currently in the fall season of my coaching right now. Our teams are playing their fall season. We call it fall and spring, and we have indoor winter coming up, but it's fun to see what's been going on. But it's been absolutely crazy, and the new things that I'm hoping to implement here with the podcast, that I need help from you guys. So this is my call out to you, the listeners, is I want to highlight players. And each week with a new episode at the end of the episode, or maybe a bonus mini episode, I want to highlight a player of the week. And I need the players from you guys. You guys need to nominate players. And it doesn't matter what level they're at. I don't care if it's a rec player, a high school player, a collegiate player, a professional player, even an adult league player. Go for it. If you did something awesome, you did a bicycle kick in your men's league game, and scored a goal, I want to hear about it. So, but again, this is for the youth players, and I want to hear about their accomplishments, and we want to celebrate your player together in what they are accomplishing. And I'm really excited to get that started. So I want to hear from you guys. I need to hear from you guys. I can't nominate all the players. I mean, if I have to go and nominate players, it'll just be the players that I coach, and you guys will get really sick of hearing the same kids from the same club from the same state being nominated. And so I want to hear from you guys around the country, around the globe. I want to nominate your players, and I want to hear about their successes, and I want to share in their success with you and celebrate them and their accomplishments and where they're going. It may be if your player just signed to a collegiate team and you guys are really excited about that. If your player just finished their last high school game and maybe that's it for them, and you want to celebrate that and their accomplishments that they've already made and had and done. That would be great. If your player was a part of a team that won a tournament, or even if they're a young player that just mastered a skill and they're able to do some move that they've been working on, or they were able to accomplish a goal that they set for themselves as far as juggling or something like that. I want to hear about it, and we want to celebrate those victories with them, however big or small they may be. Let's celebrate the youth players of today and what they're going through and what they're accomplishing, and let's make sure that we highlight them and what's going on with them, because this podcast is really for them and helping them progress and seeing where their development is going. And hopefully we are giving them some advice and learning tips and things like that they can learn from. And I have spoken with some people who recently found the podcast over the summer, and they've really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to hear that and hear about people and how they can relate to the different stories that are out there. I'm really excited about that. So please make sure that you nominate your players. How do you nominate the players? Shoot me an email at kickitwithkatiepod@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on my Instagram. Links are in the show notes, or you can find them on my podcast page. If you're listening from a different podcast site, you can find my podcast page, and there are links on there, but the link should be in the show notes wherever you're listening to this podcast. And so please make sure to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. If you're on Apple Podcasts and you can rate and review there, it really helps make the podcast be more visible all across all platforms. So if you can give me a 5-star rating there, that is something that I would greatly appreciate as well as on Spotify or wherever you're listening. If there is a rate or review button, please go ahead and give me a 5-star review for any platform that you've got going, because I want to make sure that the podcast is getting the visibility that it needs so that these stories can be shared of these players, and that the players that are playing currently can learn and grow from the experiences of those that have gone before them, I guess you could say. But one of the episodes that I am coming out with soon, I'm really excited about. It's a youth player. He is a teenager, and he is currently playing over in Portugal. So he's from Canada, and I'm really excited to share his experiences. It was a great interview, listening to the different things that he's going through in the day in the life of a player, going through what he's going through. And I'm really excited about that. But please, again, share the podcast. If you have a friend, I've recently, told some of my soccer parents about the podcast, because I don't really want to blast them with it. I don't want to make it mandatory that the players I coach have to listen to it. But I know that some players have listened to it and they enjoy it. And anyway, so I'm really excited about this new season that's coming up, and the interviews that I've got going on that I'm going to be releasing, and some of the interviews that I'm trying to snag, like with my husband, and some of the players from his national championship team. I kind of want to do a special series on that, and just some of the things that are coming out I'm really excited about, and you guys should stay tuned for that. But thanks for kicking it with me. Have a great day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at kickitwithkatiepodcast _ between all the words. You can reach out to me with questions at kickitwithkatiepod@gmail.com. I also have a feature with SpeakPipe where you can leave me your own voicemail message if you want to be featured on the podcast. Rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.